Hey, this is Fabian and I's first day at nursing school. We're very excited. We're doing the bridge program. Fabian, do you have anything you want to say?
I'm excited. That's it.
We've been talking about it all day, so
All year.
all year. So after the prerequisites, we're real happy to jump right in. Hey, fellas. So we're going to day 2 of our orientation. Fabian got me some coffee because he's a little sweetheart. What'd you think of day 1, Fabian?
I think it was good. Got some good informational knowledge.
Well structured. Well structured. I was gonna shave. I completely forgot.
I got a little too.
Oh, that's embarrassing. But anyway, yeah, very well structured. We're gonna go and learn some medical terms and some math. So we're very excited. All right, bye-bye. We're ready for our first day. We're very excited. Fabian, do you have anything you want to say?
No.
I don't believe it. Here, can you get me in the shot here?
Oh, yeah.
Let me get my whole little fit. Thanks. Hey everybody, what's going on? So, very fun things today. I had my nursing orientation, which will be the first part of this video. Right afterwards, I had a ton of fun there. I stopped at the Nursing Success Center, which is essential if you don't want to fail. It's been crazy. Then a week or two passed. I worked on my website thing that I can't display yet because I'm on the final piece and I keep reaching out to support. They're working with me, they're trying to help me, but it's taking too long. Very frustrating. And then I had my first day of nursing school yesterday. It was a lot of fun. And even though we got out at around like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I would say 2 o'clock, maybe that's inaccurate. I got out around 2:30, and I stayed and I waited till 3:30 with Fabian, and we went through the workshop that lasted an hour long from 3:30 to 4:30 for the tutoring service at the Nursing Success Center, and then we stayed a little bit longer. So I left right around 5. Worked on some 1-minute nursing assignments. Whenever I got home, of course, spent some family time. My lovely lady made some chili, so shout out to her, that was amazing. And then, today I got to work. I'm at work right now, that's how I'm up here. And I have been, the bridge program is so much work, and there's probably better ways to space it out. But I got it to work. I did my truck check and everything on the fire engine. Everything was fine. And I finished around like 8:30 a.m. And then from 8:30 a.m., besides like eating and besides our like medical calls that we had, I have been working on this one assignment that has 7 modules from like 8:30 a.m. till I just finished at midnight. And it was just one of my assignments that had 7 sections in it, and then there's some other stuff too. And it was so much work. I had to learn this whole new system about how we do simulation nursing with patients, asking stuff, filling in patient information. It was super cool. I got to admit it though. It was a really, really cool program. I can see why they have it in the nursing program. It makes sense. Was it hard? Oh my gosh, it was so hard. It was so hard because I finished my first one, got a good grade. It was like, you did bad on these things, but you got a passing grade, you're fine. The second one, no good. So I had to repeat the whole lesson thing, and I ended up knocking it out because luckily, if you look at the very bottom, it has an example of what they want to see, right? And so it tells you, like, you should look for face symmetry. You should look, so like, for instance, it's like an assessment on your general patient's presentation. So you look at the patient, right? And what you're doing is you're gonna be like, you're gonna look at their face, you're gonna look at their eyes, are they pupil, are they reactive? What's their GCS score, right? Is it a 3, is it a 15? They're talking to me, they're ANO times 4, okay? So they're alert and oriented times 4, so they're aware of their person, place, time, and event, okay? Then GCS is at 15, they're ANO times 4, fully conscious. I look at their face, I look for symmetry, I look at how they talk, their skin tone, is it appropriate, is there any turgor, which will kind of help me with like figuring out their nutrition, as well as if they're dehydrated or not from my basic understanding. I have to watch them walk, look at their gait, do they have a good balance, look at their, look at how they talk, not too much of a physical assessment, I guess, in some ways. Learn more about percussion, which I kind of stinked at earlier. I learned about apical pulses and how they listen to them. I say they, like nurses, will listen to them in the 5th intercostal space, mid-clavicular, so probably like right underneath the nipple, depending on where your nipple's at. If you're listening to a heart rate. It was really interesting. You compared pulse deficits by feeling a heart rate. For this patient, for instance, they had a heart rate at 68, but it would skip a beat sometimes. So that's kind of weird. And so we listened to their heart rate for 68. We had another nurse come in. They got a heart rate of 68. I simulated listening to an apical pulse, and it was at 72 beats per minute. Then you compare the pulse deficit, so you subtract it by 4, or the answer's 4. Learn some new versions of vital signs. So they do 95 to 100%, which makes a lot of sense for SpO2. Their temperature is a little bit different. I believe it's either 96.4 to 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 96.8 to 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. I have to investigate it. What else? Pain is what they consider a vital sign. And I'm just comparing EMS to nursing. I know I'm going on a rant, but I'm just kind of data dumping right now. I sat down and I did schoolwork for so many hours. What else? They have like their, instead of paragravida for like how many births did you have, how many were successful, they have like it's not a guitar, it's like it's not G-tar, it's something else. I have to learn their new acronyms. Instead of OPQRST, they have PQRST, which is a little weird. They have acronyms like Old Cart. They have Kiwi, which I think is a lot of fun. So like whenever you introduce yourself to a patient, they knock, they come inside, and then they'll introduce themselves. Hi, my name is Mario Martinez, and I am an RN student, or I could say I'm a registered nurse student. I have to figure out how they want me to go about saying that. I could just say, my name is Mario Martinez, I'm an RN student. And then they'll talk back. I will disinfect my hands, so I use like an alcohol based solution, or I can wash my hands either way. That's done. And I can practice the aseptic technique by drying it with air. Interesting. I think it's really gross. I understand that there's like this whole, like, you don't want to waste hospital resources. In my opinion, I think that you should wear gloves every time you assess patients. It's extremely important in EMS, where you say BSI, is my scene safe? Body substance isolation, is my scene safe? In nursing, unless, from my understanding, unless there's like blood or some other type of exposure to pathogens or something that you're concerned about, you don't use gloves, and it's actually wrong because it wastes resources. You have to put your own personal safety in front of the minor expenses for gloves, or minor expenses for gloves for a hospital. In my opinion, I should be able to put on gloves. That should not be an incorrect thing, but I can see where they're coming from. I always wondered, because I would always see in hospitals, nurses never use gloves whenever they're touching their patients, and I was always like, that's disgusting. You don't know their whole like life history. You're touching patients. Don't you care about bringing that to your loved ones? Well, there's some rationale behind it that I just failed to grasp, or I didn't even know about. So it's interesting. It's a different mindset. I think it's really, it's interesting. I find myself kind of like a germphobe, so I don't know if I'll be able to properly comply with all of it. But of course, I'll do whatever my instructor, my preceptor says. I think once I'm out in the field, I might still put on gloves. I think I'll see what I'm like in a year. So I finished a lot of assignments. I see all of your nice comments for the study guide, and not just that, but other things too. I also see them in Discord. I try to keep up with the Discord at least. I'm sorry if I'm falling behind on the YouTube comments. There's a lot every day, and I just want you to know I read every single one of them. If I have time to respond, a lot of times I don't, at least not currently. So I apologize for that, but they're all so sweet. It's incredible just how many nice comments I get, and the mean comments are so few and far between. And the mean comments that I get aren't even mean. They're more just like, hey, I like pit bulls, dogs, or something like that, right? Which is fine. Or they'll be like, hey, I think that I learned it this way, and maybe you should teach it this way. Or hey, you're incorrect about a dosage, which I will apologize and I'll rescind immediately. But I try to kind of construe it so if you have a problem with some of the things I'm saying, okay, instead of like, well, I'm right or you're right, instead I'll be like, okay, well, that's a good discussion point. Thank you for bringing that up. And maybe I'll acknowledge some of my weaknesses, right? I'll be like, you know what, maybe they're actually right. Maybe I need to take a step back and like absorb some more information, or maybe I need to do some research on my end. So what I'm trying to say is I'm really appreciative of all the comments. You don't always have to be nice to me either. You can tell me some negative stuff and I'll still try to pay attention and participate as well as I can. But you don't have to. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. What else? Again, the website, super cool. I think I have like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but when it's done, I think I will have the strongest EMT-B to price point course out there, just in the market. I've looked a little bit around other EMS courses, and I think they're all great for like prepping you for the National Registry. I really do think that the product I'm about to deploy is the best. It is what it is. I think it's the best. Not saying that other ones aren't great, but as far as the NREMT basic for EMT-B students, I really think I've just nailed it. And I mean, I get confirmation from students just from the study guide alone, and that's just going to be a part of it. Like, it's going to be incredible. So please stay tuned for that. I'll have an update pretty soon. I'm literally just waiting on an approval and I'm done. I have all the video footage for the emergency questions. I just need to voice over it, and I'm done with that video. So shout out to one of my channel members that suggested it. It will get done. What else? Besides that, I apologize for not making videos for the past week or two. Please understand, I'm just working on a lot of different projects at once, and this doesn't have to be on the back burner, but there has to be some kind of spacing, right? If you're going to nursing school, a planner, something like this, essential. I wish that this had dates. Instead, it's really fun actually. I'll flip it open and then it's like a blank page. And what I'll do is I'll put today's date. Oh, it's supposed to be this way. I'll put today's date and I'll write like, what are the objectives I need to do today? Complete the 7 modules on this assignment. Study over immunity, studying over this, prepare for concept maps. I really think that this has been a game changer in my life. I don't really like writing that much. I bought it from Walmart for like $5. Amazing. What else? Just a couple things to note. Like what? I'm going to be learning a lot of new concepts throughout nursing. And I want to make PowerPoints and kind of go over them because I think it's going to teach me, but I think it'll also teach other people too. And I think it'll be a really helpful resource. So I'm really excited about that. That's some future plans. If you're going through a nursing program, my saving grace, and I've mentioned it already a couple times, is the tutoring centers. If you have access to a group of tutors or something, use them. If I didn't use the Nursing Success Center on the first day while I was preparing for my course, I would not have been able to access an assignment that was not hidden, but I failed to understand from my professor how to access the assignment. The tutor showed me how to access it. They're like, oh, you just go here, here, here. Really simple, really saved me. So I'm extremely appreciative of it. Plus they gave me like free snacks for showing up to something that was helping me. So that was crazy. That's cool. I'm gonna show up all the time and eat up all the snacks. It was funny. Everyone was being so modest, and they were all sitting down, and there were all these muffins, donuts, and so they were like starting to talk, and I was like, ooh, muffin. And I looked at one of the advisors, and it was like a mini muffin. I just swallowed the whole thing, and I was looking at him trying not to look like a brute. And then I got some orange juice. It was nice, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get more orange juice, and I'm the only one who got any, and then refilled it too. So they need to use their resources more. That's all I'm saying. You know, if you got them right in front of you, might as well use them. Another essential thing: having a buddy to do this program with. My buddy stayed up, and we were working separately, of course, because the last thing that we'd want to do is have like some type of academic issue. So we stay separate, but we're like, hey, today, at separate times, of course, we're knocking out the assignment, or we're knocking out these modules today. And then it's fun because whenever we're eating like lunch or dinner or whatever at the fire station, you can be like, how far are you? I'm 3 modules in. How about you? I'm 2 modules in. Oh man, that virtual assessment, we can talk about it. It's essential. You need to be making friends during nursing school. I got like one person's number, but hopefully I'm on a first name basis with at least 80% of the class before the first semester's done. Because those will be my future coworkers, and maybe one of them will excel in something, and it'll present a job opportunity, and then I don't mind just helping people, right? It's a good feeling being able to help your classmates and your peers with things that they may struggle on. Plus, I learn more by teaching, so it's something that I plan on doing. Anyway, besides that, I mean, there's really not much else. Please understand, again, I read all your comments. They're all very nice. Maybe I'll have to do a video on that. The YouTube live was so much fun. We need to come up with a date where we can do that again. I think what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna have to start posting more on TikTok, and then dual stream and do TikTok live, YouTube live at the same time, and just go over EMS education, and you know what, go over nursing education. And I think it's gonna be a beautiful, fun process, and I can't wait to delve into all these different topics. I'm so excited, and I think we'll learn a lot. I think we'll all learn a lot. And then maybe inspire you to go into EMS, go become an EMT basic, or even an EMR, right? Maybe you want to go further, go into an AEMT position, go into a paramedic position. If you want to if you're a paramedic and you want to go into nursing, or you're considering nursing, and maybe some of what I'm doing will be similar to your journey, or maybe we can help each other along the way. I'd love to do that. Because it's not just a channel for EMS anymore. It's, of course it never was, it's also for the public, but now it's for RNs as well. RN students, trickle on in. We have some already. We need to make a new role for RN. We're kind of lacking on that, RN and RN student. But our mission is simple. It is to achieve a higher level of medicine education, either as a general public or as a provider. We need to continue our discussions and try to push ourselves to be better. So I need to go to bed. I told myself I had to record because I haven't done it in a while. It's inappropriate. Thank you guys so much for watching though. I really appreciate your time. If you did like this video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. Please consider joining the Discord. I'll leave a link below. If you want to support the channel, you can join the membership. It's really appreciative if you do that. And I love all my channel members. They're super sweet. And I always try to post their names in the video below. Maybe I'll stand, if I go right here, maybe then I can have their names here. But I'm really appreciative of all of you. But with that being said, guys, it's like 1:30 in the morning. If I get a fire call that I'm on the medicated tomorrow, I'm in a lot of trouble. But thanks for your time. See ya. So you go.